Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about global warming. To understand global warming, we must first know what it is. Global warming is a rise in temperature in the atmosphere caused by all the gas emissions. This causes many natural disasters to take place in the world. Some of them you may know as wildfires, tsunamis, or hurricanes. A quick quote that was from John Paul II in his message for the 1990 World Day of Peace said, "In our day there is a growing awareness that world peace is threatened not only by the arms race, but also by a lack due of respect for nature." Global warming is a very controversial topic to talk about today, but as we all know, it is real, and we are suffering the consequences because of all the harm we are doing to the atmosphere. We must learn to appreciate Mother Nature just as Pope Francis does. In a quote he says, "Praise be to you, my Lord, through our sister, Mother Earth, who sustains and governs us, and who produces various fruit-colored flowers and herbs." He continues to say, "The sister now cries out to us because of the harm we have inflicted to her by our irresponsible use and abuse of the goods that God has endowed with her." He continues to explain that humans are harming the environment and that it is extremely serious. His idea of repairing the earth is to bring the whole human family together so that we can come up with a development for the things we know are able to change because of our doings. Humans have caused the earth to warm up and make sea levels rise. There are so many forest fires that we have never seen before, and there are so many heat waves that are killing thousands of people. There are also droughts in different places along with massive hurricanes. This can lead to the extinction of animals and it could bring disease, may cause forced migrations upon people that are being heavily affected in the area. An agreement was made in Paris to help out with the issue of climate change, but the US decided to pull out and continue for themselves. Many governors are trying to fight climate change before it is too late. But as climate change become more pronounced in the future, these desynchronizations will be more common and will affect more species. So now back to the problem of the sea levels rising in many areas. Many researchers have concluded that seas would rise by a maximum of just under a meter by 2100. A new study shows that experts say the real level may be double around that and could lead up to displacement of hundreds of millions of people. We would see global rising waters between 52 and 98 centimeters by 2100. This could be in a world that is warmed by around 5 degrees Celsius, which is one of the worst case scenarios for global warming. In an interview with Bill Nye, he said that by the end of the century, if emissions keep rising, then the average temperature on Earth could go up another 4 to 8 degrees, and said that the planet is on fire right now. He goes on to mention that there are many different ways to solve the problems of global warming, but none of them are free. There are things we can do to reach net zero greenhouse gas emissions and meet 100% of the country's power demand through clean and renewable emission energy sources that can also create millions of good high-wage jobs in the US.
There are two stories that were both affected by global warming, and this one takes place in Belgium. Many people in Brussels, Belgium, protested peacefully on Sunday so that they can change and counter climate change to keep global warming in check. The Prime Minister, Charles Michel, promised to defend the ambitious targets at the 2-week-long UN Climate Change Summit. The organizers called for an ambitious climate policies to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius so that they could fall within the goals set by the Paris Agreement in 2015. The second story happened in Greenland. Global warming in Greenland is reshaping the world's largest island causing ice sheet to melt faster than researchers thought. According to a recent research, a person that lives 28 miles from Tashiki has been hunting for most of his life, but now he says that there's no snow and it's too hot and the water's not freezing. Continued global warming will accelerate the melting of ice sheets and it will make the sea levels rise worldwide. This is why we need to put a stop to this problem and start to change the way we live.
If we find a different kind of energy source and cut our carbon emissions tomorrow, then nothing would change right away. Climate will still change, but it will take centuries for it to go back to how it was before the Industrial Revolution. Most of the extra warming has gone into the ocean, and with it being in there, it takes decades to heat up, so it will take a while for it to cool down, but the sea levels will rise for centuries.
This is going to require changes from technology and have different policies that will make people rethink how we use our resources. Some solutions have already started in today's world. Things like solar panels and wind turbines are used to collect energy safely from other sources like the sun and the air. And another solution would be to put a price on carbon so it will keep the people from trying to use carbon more. We also need to protest forests to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide and other gases that are trapping heat in the atmosphere. Now scientists are working on ways to produce hydrogen to feed zero-emission fuel cells for transportation and electricity. There are many ways we can help stop emissions from going into the air and stop global warming, but these are just some of the many solutions to this problem.
Here is a graph to help explain how bad rising temperature is. The graph shows the different years and how warm it has gotten. As you can see, the year 2015 was the highest of them all, and it was the highest year that had the most difference from the 20th century average temperature.